Well, good morning to y'all. This here's Cletus Ludbutter Hoodle Hopper Jr. coming at you this morning. Just having a little finish up of my coffee out here on the back porch now. Ain't much done happened since last we spoke. It's been about a couple of days now. Old Jed's supposed to be out here tomorrow sometime. So I figure we're going to go ahead and get all prepared for his arrival. What I want him to be doing is getting on this back lot here with the mower. Turn this into silage as we spoke about before. A couple other things I want to be doing today. But before we get on doing that, I want to just tell y'all. Spoke with Jed, and he done told me I should say a couple words to y'all as we's getting going with the recording and whatnot. So, as we prepare to start our day here on the farm, ain't much of a farm yet. Want to ask y'all, I guess, if you wouldn't mind terribly, go ahead and subscribing to our TV channel there on the YouTube. Would tremendously help us out now, I suppose. I don't know what it done, but he says it does some good things, so that's what we're trying to get done here now. What I'm fixing to do today is head around town a little bit here, check out what's going on, and see if they got a co-op in town. That way we can do a little bit of work on the side and maybe get a little help on our end from fellers that got some equipment. So that's what we're trying to do today. So I just wanted to check in with y'all this morning. Boy, I tell you, I didn't sleep very well this morning, or last night. Got up this morning a little bit too early than I wanted. Like a mighty fine place to check in with right here. Anyway, don't matter much. We still got to get stuff done. Things to do, people to talk to. A couple of things about co-ops now. If you're not familiar with how co-ops work, just shut the old 350 off here. Now there's good co-ops and there's bad co-ops you can get your hands on. That's why I'm trying to do a little scouting around today. Get an idea what type of deal we're looking at here. So, a good co-op, as you might imagine, excuse me, as you might imagine, is one where everybody sort of works together to get stuff done, what they needs done on all their collective land. Whether that be, you know, delivering stuff from here to there, working the field, tending some animals, what have you. Just whatever needs done gets done. Everybody sort of chips in. Everybody gets a little piece. Once they do their chipping in, you know, that the farmer is getting help, takes care of the ones doing the helping, and vice versa, right? Now that's a good co-op. Now there's a bad co-op you can get your hands on, and what that's going to be doing is you're going to have a small group probably all family members of some sort, brothers and cousins and uncles and nephews and whatnot. And they're sort of the core of the co-op. And what happens is they take care of themselves first above everybody else. And then, so they get everybody to help them. And of course they take care of the ones that help them. But they're not too eager now to help everybody else who's outside of their little circle of buddies and family and whatnot. So they get their work done for the year, throughout the year, and everybody else just kind of have to fend for themselves. Now the problem there, because you'd say, well, why don't you just get out of that situation? Well, you can, but you have to remember these people are the core of the co-op. Now they know all the suppliers, they know all the people buying and selling in the whole area. So if you join up and you find out it's a bad co-op, bad situation, you need to get yourself out of there. Well, now you're in, and if you back out, they're going to sabotage you, most likely. This is the type of thing I've seen around, I've heard around about, where they'll get all the suppliers to raise the prices for you. And essentially they're trying to drive you out. So that's what I'm trying to pick around today and sort of get an idea what's what in this area, because I don't know nobody around here. All right, I done talked to them. So I'll see when I get done poking around now. Well, it's nearly 10 o'clock in the morning. I done did my poking around for the time being. Oh, I need to pay a little more attention, don't I? I done my poking around. Now we're heading out to the farm shop. See what they got in the way of some mowers and what have you. Sort of equipment for making them silage bales. And it ought to be down here on the left-hand side coming up pretty soon. Yep. Here we be. So sounds like a decent co-op around this area, which is nice to hear. So I reckon we're going to join up and see what we can get done. Our little area ain't much to look at right now, but hopefully in a bit of time it can be something to peek at and do some work on. But I'll head on in here and see what they got. Well, I spoke with them fellers in there, and we got some more lease to own contracts set up now. I'm figuring I'm be able to bring one of these suckers on back with the truck. But what we done did is we got this feller here, John Deere 300 twin knife. And this will be our mower. Nice, good working with. And don't need to be nothing special. We ain't got that much darn old grass. But this sucker was the more expensive one. We do lease it to own, but it was about $54,000 when it's all done paid for. That's whatever the interest is. It's about 6%. So hopefully we'll pay that sucker off soon. But this is the Coon, and we got the wrap up here. Bale wrapper. Pretty nice piece of equipment. Tune 4014 SW. And then we got this Krone big pack baler. Now, the combination of these two, we can do the biggest square bales we can get. And this sucker can wrap them. The 120/80 big pack, made by Krone. And I believe this setup here is going to get our job done rather quickly and rather well. So I'm going to see if I can hook up to this, to one of these things here with the old pickup. Take it on back, bring the tractor back for the rest of her. See what we can get done here. Yep. Try the baler. Let's see if we're lined up just yet. Nope, not quite. I believe we're gonna hitch right onto that ball there. Right about perfect now. Get her on there. There we go. All right, we'll bring the Krone big pack back to the farm there with the old Ford F-350, and we'll come on back with the tractor and get the rest of her. And darn old see with the corn up here. There we go. Now, as I was coming back to the home place now, well, not the home place, I'm gonna call it whatever. If you think you know a good name for this plot of land up here in New Jersey, well, y'all just let me know. But I had a thought on the way back here now. Thought maybe we just make some old hay. We ain't need no darn old wrapper. And maybe we get some animals out here. I don't know, maybe 10, 12 head of cattle. Get a nice pole barn set up. Hell, I don't know. I'm just thinking as I'm driving. That usually don't do me no darn old good, but I'm doing her anyway. Put this sucker right back here against this track. See how well we done. That ain't too bad. Yeah, it ain't blocking nothing. There we go. I reckon that'll work. The Krone big pack. All right. Go ahead and hop on out of here. We'll get the old tractor, the Case 7150 Magnum, coming on out here. Starts right up. Not bad for a used piece of equipment, eh? That's what I say. We'll let this sucker warm up for a little bit. Could have had her running before I took off this morning, but I didn't know how long I was going to take. Do all my running. And we could get us some chickens out here. I believe that's the next thing I'm going to look into. I think we showed y'all inside here last time, but it ain't much of nothing. Just a space for maybe a dozen chicken. Something like that. Would that be good? You get your own egg, you get your own poultry meat, and whatever you don't consume yourself, you can take down to the farmer's market if they have one around here. Make you a little money on the side. Well, I like the look of this old case now. It's a pretty tractor. Yeah, they put them brand new tires on there. The paint's looking pretty decent. I mean, it's got a few scratches here and there, but it ain't bad at all. That little bar there is going to make it hard on my door to see out my left side. Well, we'll see you down at the shop. We'll try to pick up another piece of equipment. I don't believe I'm going to get both things in one trip now. This sucker ain't got no front 3-point linkage attacher. It's what I would probably need to grab that old mower. The problem is that mower is going to be wide as all get out going down the road here. That ain't going to be no good at all, unless it's got a side attacher. I can attach up to the side there. Oh, they ain't got to stop. I forgot. This ain't no 4-way, it's just a 2-way stop here. Anyway, if that old mower ain't got no side attacher, we're gonna have to get real creative real fast on how to get back home without blocking all the traffic on the road the whole way there. There's the lumber yard. Timber time. Well, I don't expect I'll be cutting many trees down. I didn't see hiding their hair of a tree on our land. I mean, they got a couple in the backyard, but I don't figure on cutting them down. I see no reason to. I believe this is the right way now. So about the co-op, I think I'll join up. I think I done mentioned that once before, earlier on. I believe we'll join up and see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into. Did I go the right way now? I don't believe I did. Now what is this here? S-Mart. Well, now I'll be darned. Grocery delivery and everything. I didn't realize that. Well. Maybe they want to buy some farm fresh eggs. Since I don't recognize none of that, I believe I done made a turn too early. Go back up here and hang another left. Get back a going the way we was a going before I turned off like a dingbat. Oh my Lord. Don't nobody stop at that stop sign but me. Well, I went a little ways and realized that can't be right neither, so I took a look at the map around here, and well, I tell you, old Clete's internal compass is off these days. I never done noticed that S mark sitting there, and then that threw me off quite a bit when I seen that. But this is the right road. Just got a little ways to go down here, and we shall arrive at our intended destination. Yep, there it is. I just overlooked that old S mark the whole time. Get this feller home first. Come back and try to figure out what's going on with this this mower here. Does it have a side linkage? It does not. So this feller is going to be sticking out. We're going to have to be clever, pun intended, getting her back home. That ought to do her. Don't need to hook up the wires, but I want to make sure she works real good now. Let's see now. Let's unfold her, unfurl her. Yeah, she's unfurling. Very nice. If you ain't familiar with wrappers, now this here's the wrapping sheets. Go around her. Go around the bales. Now these suckers here, you get the bale stuck in there, and you hit a button on the inside of the case there, and it sort of rolls up the bale in these little rollers here to pick it up, and then it gets to work just spinning these arms around, and these rollers keep rolling, and it keeps spinning that bale around as these sheets get wrapped around it, and there you go. It's pretty simple, but it's a complicated piece of machinery, I'll tell you that right now. Oh, we better get the right one. There we go. We better fold her back up there and get a little smaller on the road. Alright, now we'll see you back when we get, hell, I don't know. We'll see you sometime in the near future. I got back here to the store and I stopped in to say thanks to the fellers for helping me out earlier, getting everything all set up. Everything's nice. And they done wrangled me a good one. They seen me coming from 5 miles away. Now, but I think this is a good deal now. We're probably not going to get another deal like this in a while. They had this little old Massey Ferguson. They said it got brought in last week. It just got serviced. And got new tires and whatnot put on it. It is used. This little feller, can't hardly see, they got her parked in such a way. Massey Ferguson, AL 3709. Just a pretty little tractor. And they said it already had a front loader attacher hooked into it, a quick style. So I went ahead and I got this sucker here with this bale spike. I figure we'll need that. And well, hell, let's see how she run. Got 20, almost 27 hours on this engine now. Here we go. Started right up first try. Always good to see, but of course, you know, with the dealerships and whatnot, they like to make things seem really good. We'll see how she works out on the farm. Pop out, put this sucker on here. Get her attached. Here we go. Yeah. Now we can hop in this side. Make sure this spike's on there nice and tight. Fix that side up, fix that side up. I mean, it sounds nice. That engine sounds pretty. Just a purring along. $26,000 for this guy, and I figured I ain't never gonna see another like it. For that price anyway. So I went ahead and splurged on it. I figure it'd be all right. Now let's see if we can hook up to this old mower here. I don't know if this little feller would run this mower or not. Only got about 90 horses in her. Get on up here. I believe we're ready to go down the road. Pick her up okay. She's got, forgot to show you this, she's got some wheel weights on her, came with her. Pretty little tractor, I tell you what. I took one look at this sucker and I played coy. But I took one look at this little beaut and I knew I was going to drive it home if the price was right. And I tell you, really, I don't think I'm gonna find a better deal anytime soon, so we just went ahead and bought her. They don't do leases on used equipment, only the new, so we had to buy her outright. But $26,000 I'd say is a worthwhile investment for a little tractor like this with a nice little front loader on her. Now, what's going to be funny is when we get the bales made and she can't even pick one up. They're too big. We might have to tone her down a little bit. Probably make 1 or 2 bales and see if she can pick them up. The silage, I don't know if you ever worked with silage before, but it's quite a bit heavier than just hay. Hay's dry and silage is not. Silage is wet, fermented, and heavier than hay. So you might not be able to handle her. But anyway, she's going to be a good little utility tractor regardless. And if we got to tone down the size of the bales, then we just got to tone down the size of the bales. Ain't make no darn old difference to me what size they is, as long as they get made and get fermented and we can sell them. Don't make me know never mind if there's 10 or 50 of them. We even got a beacon. I just found it. Well, that's nifty. Their old case ain't got no beacon on her. I reckon it's a flashing. Yeah, I can see it on the tongs up there. You see that? Them yeller tongs sticking down. Lights sort of flashing off of the front of or the back of them facing us. We can kind of see that little blink. That's the beacon now. Well, we're just taking up the whole darn road, aren't we? Well, here we is with an extra piece of equipment that I did not expect to have. That's all right. It is what it is, and it was a good deal. We had the money and we needed the equipment anyway. We're gonna need another tractor. A little small utility tractor like this always comes in handy on a farm. There's no question about that. Up here and this old PTO unhooked here. There we go. Definitely not the safest place to be, crouched up there hooking up the PTO of this sucker. Now boy, let's look at these suckers side by side and see what they look like. Maybe even back to back. Wouldn't that be something? Take a look at them back to back now. The old case would just hook up to this sucker and just drag it along, I bet. Go ahead and put the spike down. With our two used tractors here, we're gonna have to get us some a workspace to do a little maintenance and repair. Now obviously the case is a much bigger tractor, much stronger. But I really like, this is my favorite thing so far. This little gal here, Massey Ferguson 3709. That cab's beautiful. I like you can hop in from both sides. The wheel rates is nice and the front loader is nice. I mean, hell, what more could you ask for in a little tractor like that? I don't think much of nothing. But of course, the case here, also a fine tractor. It's going to be the workhorse of the farm, getting all the big jobs done. Now this sucker is going to do all the little piddling, but those jobs are also very important, as you very well may know. If you're a farmer yourself, been on a farm before working, you know, sometimes them little piddling jobs take up most of your day. All right, well, I believe we're all set to start a mowing. I'm curious now. I got to try this out. I am rightly curious if this little gal can handle that mower. I shouldn't have took it off, but I know she can't handle the baler. I reckon she can handle pulling that wrapper around. But this mower is what I'm really curious about. Let's check her out now. Well, by golly, she can crank her. And she can drive. And will we lower her down now? I'll be darned. I'll be darned. She can do her. I never thought in a million years this little tractor could handle this mower, but hell, maybe that's going to be her job. Be a little tractor that young Jed plays with now. I say play with, you know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. Not really playing, doing his work with. But I am shocked that that worked now. Look at that. That is amazing. Absolutely amazing that that could run that mower there. I figured it'd take a lot more horses than 85, 90, wherever it's got. Anyway, folks, it's about noontime. All I really got left to do today is to run down to the co-op office. I figure I'll give them a ring first before I drive all the way down there and find out ain't nobody home today. I got the number from one of them fellers who lives around here. And, well, once I get them on the phone or in person, talk to them, I'll fill out some paperwork, get in on the co-op, and then I figure, well, that's about it. What a beautiful July day. Hope y'all's day's as good as mine. Not very productive, but we spent some money at least. That's something anyways. Now we got to start getting money coming in. That's next on the agenda. But I hope you like our new little Massey Ferguson as much as I do. And we'll see you when we see you next.